mercy, no worries. Put it on my back, then it's destined. Run plays, routes, catch blessings. Nigga tryna win star.
We are live. LAIV3. All right. What's the business? Back at it, you know. Got your boy LAIV3 up in the building.
And DA, the G.
My man, that's what's up, man. It's been a minute, you know. We've been doing our thing, trying to get everything in life situated, you feel me? So, I'm going to ask you, what's been good in your world, brother?
Everything. I'm breathing. And you know, it's stuff going down, and I didn't. And I'm still, and I did not.
Doubt.
So, I'm appreciating the little things now.
I feel you.
So that's what's good. So everything is good. I'm going to try to make sure everything is good.
That's what's up.
But what's good in your world?
Oh, man, just, primarily the same thing, man. Just moved and got some things kind of situated. Obviously, you know, it's still a roller coaster up and downs with everything, but everything's been going according to the plan, you know. The universe got a plan for me. I don't quite know exactly what it is, right, but, you know, we working it out.
We here for it, yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear that.
Yes, indeed. Both ways.
Yep.
So that's good. Man, I don't know. It's just been lately dealing with a lot of extra stuff going on. And, you know, kind of funny style. I've been researching stuff about the brain and stuff like that and spirituality and listening to, they got these, these black screens that they'll put on YouTube. They'll play like Tibetan sounds or frequencies.
Oh, yeah.
You're supposed to go to sleep to them or at least meditate to them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been on that. But
is there a frequency that you like more than any other ones? Like, because they have numbers, right?
Yeah, they got a bunch of numbers. Honestly, probably the 435. I think it was 435 hertz or something like that. I can't even think of the exact, but I know there are certain ranges for, you know, each chakra is supposed to be specific.
I don't know about it, but I know numbers. So that's 12. That works to 12. 12,
okay.
You know, and 12. 1 plus 2 is 3.
Gotcha.
3 is the creative, the number of creation. That's what you are, LIV3. That's what I'm
what's
saying.
okay.
It breaks down. It breaks down, man. Numbers is numbers.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope. But yeah, you know, so it actually, what's weird is it helps me get to sleep. Now, even when it goes off, I kind of wake up for a second.
Wow.
And then I go back to sleep. So it's the
I'm going to try it then. Yeah. I'm going to try that then.
So it's almost like being in a meditative state. So I don't know. I believe that's kind of helped out just with my balance and you know, with the roller coaster.
Got you.
Yeah.
On, so. Well, you need that.
No doubt.
Yeah, you need that.
And that, you know, to me, I feel like a lot of things that we get in life, we just don't probably recognize them. You know, they say peep the signs, but you don't really recognize a lot of things. And then when you start going through it, it's like for me personally, I started to kind of shy away from certain like messages, TV shows or music and stuff like that. So it's a whole different vibe. And I would suggest that people kind of find their own frequencies, you know,
definitely,
what works for them, and then they'll start seeing how whatever music they listen to and whatever movies they watch, it is influencing. You know, whether you realize it, want to realize it or not, it is influencing.
I don't watch horror no more.
Yeah,
I'm not in that. It's like I don't want to see people die in huge and imaginative ways, and it's always some kind of an aspect of sex to it. Violence and sex. Now, why we in jail?
Right. Coincide.
Yeah. So
that's a fact.
Yeah.
And then the idea of the whole nonchalant, you know, if back in the days, Jason would, you know, spear people, but he like spear them through the back while they fucking or something.
Yeah, and it's so you aroused.
Yeah,
now you're aroused by I don't know if you ever saw the movie The Clockwork Orange.
I remember seeing it, but I was a kid.
Yeah, so that's what happened. They were ultra violent. So what they was doing was they was giving them a little potion so that if they saw violence, they would get sick. So they would show them violence, they make them sick. But what they played was Beethoven at the same time.
Interesting.
So when they played Beethoven in the movie, he got sick.
Wow.
because you associate with Jason, you associated with sex. Now
That is a
you
fact.
choking these women.
Yeah, that is a fact. That's wild.
So yeah.
That's wild. But yeah, no, that's, to me, listening to that, right, it made me think of something else. There was the what is the type of movie? It's a psychological thrillers or whatever, but it makes you kind of feel whatever's they're pushing you to feel. You know what I mean? So that's the whole like suspense thrillers and whatever. But no, you had said something about a movie that made me think about the actual vibe of it. It was Saturday Night Fever, the one with John Travolta.
Yeah. Okay.
That shit was crazy.
I don't remember. I saw that when I was a kid. I don't remember that.
I watching it. I rewatched it right for the first time, and it gave me like flashbacks of shit that I remembered as a kid, and it was just kind of weird. Could not stop watching it. I put it on like 2 a.m. or something like that, 1 or 2 a.m. And because
it was connected to your childhood.
It's something about, like I said, from the beginning, because it was, I'm scrolling through just, about to go to sleep or whatever. But then when I saw that, I was like, shit, I don't know. I don't remember watching it. I was like, what was this about? What was the whole purpose of it?
Yeah.
And then it had turned into that, and then I started watching it, and the music, obviously the music was dope.
Yeah. It's Bee Gees.
But
yeah.
the nostalgia of the environment, the language and everything, but it was so raw that honestly I never would have remembered the way that movie was, done. It ranks like with, I don't know, any movie out right now.
Really? I might have to rewatch it then.
And from the concept to the ending. Now, obviously, there's certain aspects of it that you be like, what else were they going for in this particular part? But again, it was from the 70s.
Yeah.
But ultimately, the concept was this guy wanted to live his life the way he wanted to, but he had pressures from his family, and his brother was a priest.
Oh, geez.
And they glorified him, but they kind of shitted on the other one. And he was doing what he loved. They didn't support him. He was great at what he did, and he got more love and support from the outside world. So
sounds familiar,
right? So then he ends up meeting, and he had morals, which is weird to me because he had the weirdest type of morals. When you watch it, you'll understand what I mean. But he had he was like a real genuine type dude, but he was still, obviously he was 19 and he was trying to figure out life. But he ran into this woman who was equally as good as him, with dancing, and they hit it off. But like I said, I don't want to tell you the rest of it. Obviously, it's a whole movie. Watch it, but it just resonated with me so different, and some of the things that were going on then, it made me think about, damn, every day we fight to kind of impress. You know what I'm saying? No matter what we do in life, we kind of fight to impress, whether it's ourselves, we trying to, I'm the man, or I'm, whatever, or we trying to impress somebody, around us.
Yep.
So it's just, it was one of those, kind of, I don't know, I think a lot of people should watch it. It was, I like
the thought of it because, like you said, it is. That's what life is now. Is a bunch of vanity. I had this talk with my auntie where I was like, no, anything that I'm doing now, I have to be doing it because it makes me feel it's nutritional. Right. Because if it's a responsibility if I'm doing it for appearance sake. Yeah. Because now I have to do it, and I don't even want to do it.
That part.
And I because I did my podcast on makeup.
Okay.
So that was my point, is makeup is a responsibility to the society.
Right.
If you don't shower with your makeup on, then you're not doing it for you. You know what I mean? If you don't wake up in the morning and do it, you're doing it for outside world. And you may be doing it so that you feel good about being in the outside world, but it's still a mask.
Yeah.
That's why some of these young niggas wear masks now, because they don't want to be seen.
Yeah, no, that's real.
So I will go watch that. I will go watch it. And you know why? The reason I say it is because they got some commercial going now where he's Santa Claus, and then the woman from it is in there. Yeah, they do Saturday Night Lights. It's a credit commercial.
Oh, really?
So he's dancing, but he's Santa Claus.
I think I did see part of that. Yeah, because didn't he play Santa Claus in some movie or something? John Travolta?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't watch that shit. But the lady was in there. That's why I didn't recognize him. I recognized the lady, the weird, not the weird, but the white, the lady. Yeah. I recognized her. Okay. She had a show too when we was kids. But yeah, I got you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I like that idea. Well, we could talk because I got one also, but have you ever seen the true Ebenezer Scrooge movie?
Probably as a kid. You talking about like the black and white one?
Yeah. I started watching that and I had to stop because they show him happy and they show him bad, all right. Mean, and but they show him as a happy child and they show you his degradation to what he became. I had never seen that. I said, well, goddamn, that makes sense. So I'm gonna save that movie. It's a Scrooge, 1951. Go watch it. He was there when his sister died, giving birth to his nephew. Damn. So and then he didn't like his nephew.
Right.
And the ghost said, so your daughter, your sister said, take care of her boy. And he's like, oh my God, I got to do better. This is my daughter. She never, my sister, she never gave up on me, even through her son.
Right.
He didn't say this. I said this in my head. I was like, oh, I got to turn this off. I gotta pay attention to this. So anyway, I don't want to get on, but it's still programming.
Yeah.
Because it's Christmas time and they want you to be merry and pay stuff. They want you to make the economy well. So even that is still something, but it is a real story. It's still a real story.
It's a trip, man. Topics can flip like pancakes up in here.
I guess it's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was going go into that whole idea what you were saying with the makeup, but it also blends into this same situation that people are made up to go to every holiday, right? We start Christmas in September. You start seeing shit all over. Yeah. Right before Halloween, right before Thanksgiving, but Christmas stuff is already starting to be implemented.
There. Yep.
So, it's that idea that you got to keep up, like you say, appearances, because I don't want to, not get this person something or get that person something. And, and the idea to me becomes again, it doesn't really matter what you get, but did you put thought and meaning into it?
Yep.
So if you don't give me nothing, that's cool. I don't mind that, because I don't celebrate that stuff like that, anyway.
No.
But it's just the point of, if you do give me something, don't expect something back.
Yep.
It's not an expectation, because if I get you something, whether it's a Christmas time, birthday time, or just random, I don't expect you to give me anything back.
I'm not doing it for that.
The same principle goes with any of this, is do it because you want to do it, because it's coming from you and you put thought. Not, I hit Walgreens or Walmart on the way to your house,
just so I can peel you something.
To make sure I got you something. It's like, dude, y'all, don't do that. Don't give me that.
Because, hey, let me tell you something that's going to sting like a motherfucker, because it did me. When people try to gift you gifts, it shows you how much they do not know you.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a bothersome thing to me. Yeah. Especially when it's family. It's a bothersome thing to me. I mean, and other people, everybody. It's like, you don't even know me.
Yeah.
You don't even know. Like, who really knows you?
Where's the thought?
Thought? And like you said, but it's gifts to show you what. Yeah, you stopped and got some deodorant from Walgreens, nigga. I don't even wear deodorant. And this stuff chafes me.
No disrespect to the Old Spice.
Yeah, much disrespect. That shit hurt, man. Old Spice hurts. Spice hurts, man.
But it's like, if you know me, you know that's not my brand.
You know that.
See, and that's
that means you don't care.
Yeah.
So, and then I translate that into that. So that's what I'm saying. When people buy you stuff, like it'll sting. It'll sting, because then you like, well, who the fuck really? And then you appreciate the people that do know you.
That's the part I had to tell my family. Look, it's beginning to kind of be a routine thing, and me as a Gemini, I don't like routine too much. Now I can do routine because work and consistency, but when it comes to this outside of the whatever I need a structure, that's supposed to be life, the randomness.
That's responsibilities. I mean? You don't need extra responsibility.
You know, so it's like now I don't want to put the holidays in with work. You know what I mean? Like now it's all, perfunctory. It's like, you don't really know exactly where you care and where it's like, I just want to get some shit. And you know what I mean? Like, do you want something back or do you, like what's the principle?
Just tell me. Yeah, just tell me what your rules are so I know.
And then they started doing the where you pick a person's Secret Santa or some shit like that, and then everybody gives $25 because now you can't max out on, a certain amount. So for me, it's kind of like, well, why even put a dollar amount on it? Just pick the person and you get them what you want. And if this person can afford what what they can get you, as nice as it is or not, but if you can afford something and from your heart you feel like, hey, I want them to have that, then get it for them.
Put some thought into it.
But the $25 cap limit is kind of like, is this a bargain? You know what I mean? Type of
do I do it then?
Or are we just really loving each other?
It's a no, I ain't gonna say that.
What?
Yeah, it has to do with my girl. I don't want to put her business out there, but I can say it. It's she a lady that she does get her nails done for and everything. She gives her this cream so that she can oil to rub her hands. And my girl said, "Oh, I want to get her a card." I said, what? I said, how does she wear her hair? What's her favorite color? What?
Go into it.
Yeah, she thought about you and bought you a box of stuff to help your hands because you were in pain.
Right.
She thought about you. A weird thing, an Asian lady, but she did. Yeah. That shows that it is hard still in the world. I said, do something for her that's different. Like, don't, gift card is cool, but so that's what you're saying. It's like, just think about it a little bit more because, and she will appreciate it. She said, oh, this woman thought about me like I thought about her. So, and that's, and I'm just reiterating what you said because I have a real world experience. Just last night I talked about that with her. So
no doubt.
it's,
And don't think that I'm shaming people for doing the opposite because I've done the opposite. You get the gift card or you'll get the card. Sometimes the card has some, especially if you write your own. Yeah. But there's different meanings to different things. But I totally agree with what you're saying. I'm just saying I don't want people to think that I'm trying to be holier than thou or whatever. I've done the same shit.
Yeah, so I did it too.
This is why I'm letting you know.
But you know why?
It ain't shit. We're not. That's not the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Not even say right.
Yeah, it's not a right or wrong.
But it's just for me. I don't like that idea of things, and I've been a part of it and party to it myself. So my idea of saying it now is to actually change some of this
behavior, the thought of it. But I'm giving gift cards. But the reason I give gift cards because I didn't want to think about them.
Yeah, I feel you. For me, it depends on the situation. Like I might be busy all the way up until this point, look up and be like, oh shit. This is like next week.
Yeah.
I can't really go out and find something within the week. You know what I mean? So then I'm kind of stuck giving money or gift card.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
You know what? But see, the idea behind it though, I'm thinking of you, but I don't have the time to actually do it. So part of me is like, should I even celebrate this shit? Because otherwise I would get it just, at a random time whenever I actually had the time to get it,
which is
whatever
better.
that is.
Which is better, right?
Or I can cram it into a week.
Yeah.
And try, you know what I mean?
Because it's that time of year.
Yeah.
No, so that you can say, oh, my dad or my mom or my auntie or my
nephew.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't care what people think.
Yeah.
This is what I think. So I'm going to go ahead. That's why I say I stand on everything because I just don't have the time for the responsibility. So I stopped giving, I've been giving my mama nothing.
I feel it.
Nobody.
No,
actually.
I started that last year, but I announced it, you know what I mean? And I tried to be real clear with it, like I'm done being programmed into these holidays. Because for whatever reason, I'm beginning to feel a lot like Christmas ain't real to me.
It ain't real. It's a saying.
It just became
it's a switch.
It's like you smell the pumpkin spice and these fucking what are those little pine cones and whatever them shits
cinnamon
is.
ones. Yeah.
So, now everything is Christmas. No, man, have that shit all year round if that's the case. If you got that feeling.
And I like that feeling for people.
Do.
They around here. They give you way. They give you leeway, but
it's a little bit more kindness or whatever. Well, do that all year round.
Why you can't do that all year round?
It's a problem.
And that's the other thing. We was talking about the gifts, but it was cold as shit. I was cold in my house. I mailed my mama a damn blanket.
Okay.
It was cold.
There you go.
I thought about it. I said, my mama, she might be cold. Let me see. I just mailed it to her house. I just sent one to her. So in this, and I already know what she gonna say. So is this my Christmas gift?
Right.
And then it make you like, I should let you freeze.
Right.
You would have wanted to be cold for an extra 2 months.
I just can't give you something because I'm thinking of you, and it happens to be close to December.
It happens to be close. It's cold. I just wanted to do it. So yeah, I got you.
No doubt.
It's a game that I'm getting out of.
I feel it. But yeah, no, ultimately I was just bringing that up, again, because it was an idea that when I saw this movie, it just sparked a bunch of, different type of vibes and feelings, but it made me understand that, since I don't really get into a lot of TV shows now, I'll watch a movie here and there, but seeing something with substance and some, like, I don't want to, like, even the dialogue was cool,
on? Okay, I
so
gotta go watch it.
It was some stuff that, you would see at that time in that place in that era. And so it just was so authentic. And even him, man, and I'm not a John Travolta type fan or whatever, but his role in that, it was funny, but it was, it was true to the character.
Damn.
So I was like, that's pretty good, man. So anyhow, getting into straight from the yay, we got a couple topics that we want to, talk to y'all about. So with this first segment, we're going to switch it up a little bit, call it, as we called it before, which is In My Opinion. And going over, a few questions is, just kind of ideas that we have in our opinions. But for the first part, I want to ask a question, because let me get this water real quick. All right. The way I view it is the United States versus America, right? And I put this, in my opinion, you got all these broken down states, but you call them united. How can they be united if they all got separate agendas? Even the main goal or the main idea behind it all was that we were collectively stronger as one unit, united, right? But that's not the case, because you got, places like Florida that's different than places like Texas, that's different than New York, that's different than Wyoming. You know what I'm saying?
The law is even different.
That's my point. So if there was a united aspect of it, the laws would govern all the way through. Doesn't. It would make more sense.
It would make more sense.
And it would make things at least balanced and understood wherever you went in this
United
country.
States. Yeah.
But since I got to worry about leaving the liberal state of California, going to the, the Lone Star state of Texas, and dealing with certain sheriffs or not sheriff, but what do you call them? The state troopers and all
state
that.
Troopers.
So it's like, if I got to deal with all this in different laws in different ways, then where's the united? That's all I'm saying. How are we united? So in my opinion, I just feel like that shit is a lie.
It's a lie.
And we stand on it so tough when it comes down to specific things, but realistically, it's like that shit. You want us to like vote, and you want us to care, and you want us to do certain things, and I feel like these options, they really are shit that we should be caring about, but it's hard to care about something when you can see clearly that don't nobody care. Doesn't matter what direction you go in, these people like these people more, these people willing to kill these people over the same shit that they claim is supposed to be godly.
Yeah. And say, guys, God's will.
So it's kind of like, all right, well, all right, so I'm supposed to stay here and all that. And again, I appreciate you, America. I appreciate the freedoms that you allow to some degree. But at the same time, let's be real. Let's be real honest about this shit, And that's people with this whole Trump thing. It's not Trump. Trump is a puppet. I honestly don't care about Trump in that regard. I just look at Trump like he's been around on TV forever, so gives him the upper advantage already being implemented in everybody's mind.
Yeah.
And the fact that he has money, I know he's a businessman, so obviously you're looking at the messed up economy in the US and you're like, oh, this dude can fix it. No. That's not the way it works.
No.
But people don't want to listen to reality, so they go on this puppeteering and they listen to the puppet. Well, imagine this. If he had the ability to make all the decisions he wanted specifically, he would have done them.
Yep.
And none of this would look the way it looks. And I don't care about MAGA. It's not going to make it great again. It was never never great in that regard, But I'm just saying, in this sense, he would have done it the way he specifically wanted to do it. And yeah, there are certain aspects of it he can do, but realistically, there are like congressmen, assemblymen, states, senators, all these other people, along with the public, right? The main people. So it's just weird to me that, people go into this and they go, we're all one. We need to fight China. We need to fight Russia. or whatever the case may be whenever that, shit pops like that. But it's fake. So it's harder for me to want to be here or fight for anything here when, again, maybe my family, maybe my neighborhood, if I'm, tight-knit or whatever.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's like, that's the thing that I question. And when do they find results for that? When are they even trying to think about that? They don't.
They don't.
And then the fact that the Constitution represents a time that doesn't exist anymore. Now, there are principles in it, true. But it represents a time that doesn't exist and people that didn't exist within this country.
Yep.
So now, instead of like going with, all right, well, this is what it was. Okay, we get that. Let's take some of that, implement it into what we actually live.
A living constitution. Yeah. They've been talking about a living constitution, but they don't want to do it.
Yeah. So,
because it takes power out of some people's hands.
Obviously, it's white people.
Yeah.
It's no question. But at the same time, it's like, there's good, I don't even want to say good white people, but there are white people in this country that don't think the way that some of the ancestors do. And I only say that because there's certain people that we'll work with. Now, this is the way you got to look at everything. Surfacely, people, they're going to do what they want to do. Underneath that, they're going to survive. It's survival of the fittest. So it's going to be my family, me, and then whoever I'm close to or whoever I love, right? And then that's what I'm saying. So obviously that's natural survival. So when I say there's white people that are out there that are, help out and do, but bottom line is they're gonna help themselves. Black people, same thing. Bottom line, you're gonna help yourself and your family. So that whole idea of black people can't get along or we can't do this, to a certain degree, to a lot of degrees. But the bottom line is it's all about survival. We've been placed into a point where even if you got money, you come from this, which means now you still think about survival, to whereas the white person might have come from some sort of, monetary privilege, right? And didn't have the same views that we do. But at the same time, they got their own troubles, their own issues. But now, they're supposed to look out for us. You know what I'm saying? It's like, honestly, if it was reversed, most people probably wouldn't. But there are some, is what I'm saying. And I'm probably, long-winded on it, but I'm trying to explain to you that there are people that will help people. But in this, the way it is, it's not even designed to do that. So if everything
opposite is designed.
Exactly. Yeah. So if people know this, but they considered consumerism, they considered the politicians, the neighborhoods, and all these people to be a voice. It's like, where's the voice?
Yeah, it ain't no.
It's all lies. The dude gets on TV and lies. And again, it's not about the puppet. It's about the people who are complacent and happy and okay, thinking that this puppet is doing what he's supposed to, opposed to actually getting out there and helping out your neighborhood, or
Yep.
helping out your city or whatever it is.
Local.
You
That's
know what I
what
mean?
do, local.
So that's why I said it. Again, not putting the pressure on nobody. It's just my opinion, and it's just something I was thinking about. Like, we can't be united. We're not even united in the city.
The people. I feel like if you love America, there's no room in your heart for me. If you embrace America, there's no room for me in your embrace. Because America does everything against really love. If you really want to think about it, it's monetarily involved. Beat. Everybody is competition. It's so we can stay in silos. So, yeah, when you say it's not united, but it's designed that way. It's designed to have, because you think you get the best innovation when you get people competing, but if you get people synergy, you build another kind of person,
right? Where
we can do those kind of things. Like you were saying, if you ain't thinking about survival 250 days a year, you can become enlightened. You can think about these problems in your life, that little problems, like, man, I wonder how could you make, then you become an inventor.
Right.
But you can't do that. It's by design.
Yeah.
Because if our minds, we will fix it all.
Try, most definitely.
No, I'm saying if we wasn't out here beating them niggas and doing this shit, if we was sitting around and sipping tea and I think we would fix a lot.
That's true.
That's dangerous for.
Well, and that's the crazy part to me though. And again, don't want to go too far in, but it's like, if you like the young dudes in Africa. Now, again, this is not saying that the young kids here don't invent or whatever or make stuff, but these kids are putting Wi-Fi in their whole neighborhoods out of shit they find in the trash.
Man.
Garbage and scraps, creating, electronics. So that little guy, that kid gets taken out from that neighborhood, and
brought here or somewhere civilized.
Exactly. And now they reprogram him. So if you think about like the whole scale of it all, right?
Yeah.
When it comes down to certain things that we're supposed to do and naturally, innately do, our own from birth, but it gets deviated. Like we'll make a term because that either makes money or our parents want us to do, or we feel like this is going to make us more popular.
Or you have no choice.
Or that. You know what I mean? So any of those options. Then it becomes, now I can't think about what it is I really would be doing, enjoying, because I could be a bricklayer, mason, you know what I mean, and I could be sculpting things
and
or
loving
building things, and enjoying this part of life, but it don't pay.
It don't pay.
You know what I mean?
And my back hurt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but even then, if I'm enjoying it, like there's the sculptors of back in the day, and I just think about them because of the monuments and the buildings and everything that they build, like even with teams and all, that takes an enormous amount of time when there's no machinery.
To chip at
skill. And that skill didn't happen because they were hired to do so. These are people that actually had a skill. They
loved it.
And
learned it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So, and then you see the beauty behind it. But I don't know. That was just my opinion about the states as far as that's concerned. I don't know. There's no answer.
It's no answer, but it's a thought. That's what we're doing. We inviting these thoughts, and then hopefully somebody else will think about it and they'll talk about it instead of
just
something else.
Yeah, not even caring. Because sometimes you got to have some stuff out there to spark the thought.
Yep.
So I'm with that. But what about you? You got anything or?
In my opinion?
Yeah,
I mean, I got a lot. I mean, but in my opinion, I think, I got a lot. I don't have nothing specific though, but because everything you were saying, I agree with. The Christmas, I do think Christmas should be canceled. I think people in their family should do that, and I also believe that you should vote only locally. And I think that nothing that doesn't directly connect you to something, you shouldn't support it. Because you don't really know what's going on with it. And if you don't know what's fully going on, and if you feel funny asking questions about an organization, you shouldn't be part of that organization.
Facts. Which kind of, as you know, to segue into another opinion, Puffy. You just said something right there that made me think. It's like we don't know.
We don't know.
A lot of this stuff when it comes to entertainment, but I say this Puffy thing specifically because it's been dominating, the news for a long time. But it's like people take judgment, pick sides, laugh, joke, and again, I think maybe that's part of the levity, that keeps the environment from getting too heavy.
Maybe.
But to be honest, it's kind of like, well, look at the true picture behind it, man. This guy has been a hip-hop mogul for decades, you know what I mean? And kind of changed the way, a lot of the music and the musicality is done, even the commercialized aspect of it.
Especially the commercialized.
So it comes down to that. Now you talk about eyes and ears over this amount of time to now be put into a position where he has to be scrutinized, degraded, his family the same, and they're now being tested in a way that again we've never seen him in the public eye go through anything like this. So the thing is, to me though, is the idea that people go, I knew it. I knew Puffy was he was a what do you call him, a pedophile, or messing with Justin Bieber and Usher, but again, you don't know it. So it's just saying, I'm not supporting, me personally, I'm telling you my opinion, I'm not supporting anything that I don't know specifically. And I don't necessarily have to see it all the time, but what I'm saying is, by way of honest information, between the internet, Instagram, Twitter, or X, and then you don't get shit. No. You don't know nothing. So that's the problem to me, is like we all as a people kind of get into this point where you can crucify somebody before you even know the real facts.
Yeah.
You got sub facts. You got
made up
facts.
Conjecture is really you just opinionated and you think that your opinion is the truth, and it's not.
That part. So,
because you knew it.
Exactly.
Just because your uncle touched you when you was
and again, that becomes a part of the story, is because your own personal feelings towards certain things. And again, opinion. That's why we got the segment. It matters. It does matter. But when you can condemn somebody or mess their life up, crucify somebody, your opinion should only matter if it's a real fact. Like you got proof of this happening. They busted his house. They got him with the bottles of the baby oil and all that stuff. But again,
the butt. It's illegal to have baby. What they bust him with?
They busted him with like thousands of bottles of baby oil or lube or something like that. They was talking about the Diddy freak offs, and he had thousands, bro. They got pictures of this shit. Now again, pictures. They if this is true,
that sounds unreasonable.
Trust me, this is the freak off. This is what they call it. He had a bed that's like 50 feet long or some shit. Just like in the middle of the
wow.
Now these are just pictures that they showing. Now again, there's nothing illegal about doing that.
Oh, okay.
Problem is, they're saying that he flew some people in for sex. All right, okay, if this is the case, again, remember, people aren't being drugged to come here. They're not being coerced to come here. They're being paid to do a job. When is a job illegal? Now, again, no one said prostitution was illegal. I mean, it was legal, but they said that these people came to entertain. So if these people came to entertain, that could be a variety of reasons. Now, obviously, you know what they're paying for. So, again, they're calling it sex trafficking now. Sex trafficking, to me, again,
that's not sex trafficking.
That has nothing to do with it. Sex trafficking is somebody against their will, that your power, makes them vulnerable to whatever type of tyranny you're gonna pull. But in this case, these people got paid, came out, did what they wanted to do, or did what they were paid to do, and went on about their business. You know. Now, if some shit happened in the party, how is he responsible for everybody and everything? Now, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
This is my point. I could sit up here and read this shit all day because it's entertaining. You know, there's some entertaining aspects to it all, you know, especially when you talk about a guy who come from where he came from. And I mean, I grew up in the era, so to see it all happen or kind of, you know, domino down like this is really fucked up, but it's also entertaining. So it's kind of like, you know, you look at all the different pieces of it all, and in this era now, say if we were like 20 years ago, maybe not have the same idea that I would have now. But in this era, visuals can be fake, pictures, audio, the audio and the video, everything can be fake, or at least can be deep faked, is what they say. You know, you switching it up. So if this is the case, you're talking about people with billions of dollars. As you know, they got access to any sort of technology they want, and the people who can actually do this. Yeah. So when it comes down to it, don't think that I'm siding with this dude, but I am saying that I'm not crucifying this guy. Yeah. You know, I'm not
telling you basically, if you don't know shit, don't say shit.
That's it. It's like you know, I read the comments on a lot of these platforms, and it's funny to me because I look at the people, you know, and I'm like, yeah, is this bots or are these real people?
That's another thing.
You know, but if these are real people saying these comments the way they do, it's just, and again, they want their, you know, laugh off of their little, you know, one-off. But it's like, I don't really see the support for the idea that this dude, whatever the issue is, he needs some help, you know, and his people around him that have been around him for the last 15 years are now spread out. So if none of his people support him, from the Jay-Z's to the anybody else, now everybody laughing, Mace laughing, Shine laughing, you know, the 112 singers or whatever, the Making a Band people.
Really, they all
laughing? All most of them laughing. Most of them are like, you know, except for one or, you know, a couple of them, they're saying that the guy didn't do it, you know, or they didn't witness certain things happening, you know, the way Cassie was saying it did, I guess, in paperwork. But the way I see it is, again, for outside people, entertainment is the best key, but to actually, you know, put energy into saying that this dude is that or whatever, that shit is not cool.
It's a waste.
And it's not a battle rap like Kendrick and Drake, you know, this is this guy's life, you feel me? And the more people that are online, putting all this energy out there, because y'all don't really understand energy evidently, is putting the shit in a worse, you know, predicament, everything. So it's like,
because when you give it that energy, then more slugs get on it and be like, oh, let's do a book, let's do a thing.
They've done that, and that's the thing. They've done plenty of shows, and again, when people make these shows from what's the guys, TMZ, they made a show. I think 50 made a show.
Oh my god!
Somebody got some.
That's America. That's America.
Absolutely. And somebody got some information and started doing the same thing with his deceased, I think, kid's mom. You know, so they were saying that he had something to do with killing her. Now again, breaking it on down, there are people that know this guy. They say they'd never seen any of this shit. Yeah. And then there are people that are suing this guy that said all of this actually happened. So again, when it comes down to it, I just say like this, man. People in the world, in my opinion, and the reason why I brought the Puffy thing is because, you know, carrying on from what you said about not knowing, it's like, take that into your regular lifestyle. Yeah. You got people that'll tell you something all the time or talk bad about somebody all the time, but it's like, get to know whoever that person is and make that your own decision, you know, whatever that opinion is, make it yours. But stop just riding dicks and running with whatever somebody else tell you and say, hey, you know, I love this person because of this, or I hate this person because of that. But you don't even know this person. Yep. You don't know shit. You like their music. You like their persona, but you don't know shit. So it's kind of like, I don't know. That's the thing that it just bugs the shit out of me because people try to back it up like they know something. Like, no, I know. And you don't know
You don't
shit.
know. Yeah.
So, anyway, that's just my opinion on that. And we all got 'em. So, But, yes, sir. Take let's see, a quick pause real quick. All right, we back straight from the yay. What's happening, man? You ready to close this thing down or, still got some more shit you want to speak on?
Nah, we good. It's a whole season left. We still got a couple more months, so.
That's what's up. Yes, it's time. And again, we took a little hiatus to get our lives together, do some other things that we needed to, but we are back. Everything is still popping. So look out for your boys. Straight from the yay. LAIV 3 up in the building, and my man.
DA to G.
Yes, indeed.
Stay safe.
That's what's up, y'all. Happy holidays to you. Be safe out there. What you want to tell them? You said go hug somebody.
Go hug somebody. Go find some love, real love.
Go hug somebody. You know what I mean?
Don't pay for it.
That's it. I mean, hell, if you gotta pay for your love, if that's what they need to do to feel it, hey, reveal it. You dig what I'm saying? All right, y'all. Straight from the yay. Y'all enjoy yourself. Be safe.